So since the Heat lost PJ Tucker, they have been, connected to a bunch of older guys. I've made a video on LaMarcus Aldridge and the other day saying that they could be interested in him. Now, the Heat are keeping an eye on the Gordon Hayward situation, according to Emily Bicks of Heavy.com. So let me read what she said. While it seems Miami has no choice but to run it back with their current roster as they don't have the cap space to add another player, suing veteran Udonis Haslem returns. An NBA executive told Heavy Sports NBA insider Sean Deveney that the Heat will have a plan B in place. Quote unquote, I think a guy that they will keep an eye on is Gordon Hayward, the exec said of the Charlotte Hornets, 6'7", former All-Star forward. Charlotte's in a tough position with the whole Miles Bridges thing. They have Steve Clifford coming in. They're in a position to rest things a little bit around LaMelo Ball. Hayward has 2 years left. If they want to give up potentially maybe a hero before you pay him and package Duncan Robinson, and you would have to maybe add a pick, but those two guys and maybe Obar Yurtseven might be enough to get Hayward if the Hornets decide to reconfigure. If it's a short-term move for the Heat, but they need to make their move now. You can play him at the 3 or go big or go small with him at the 4. He's the guy that they've had interest in before, allegedly. Now, Gordon Hayward's making like $37 million, and it's a lot of moolah, okay? And for me, the way that this deal, I thought it would be a buyout, but they're suggesting this would have to be a trade. And now, for me, when I look at this, the Heat had the best record in the East last year, and the Hornets were the 10th seed. And if Gordon Hayward's making $30 million, okay? So Duncan Robinson's making like 16.9, 5.7 for Tyler Hero. Right there, you're already at, what, like $23 million. So you're short 7. I don't know if they have a trade exception, but I think there should be no picks, okay? Fuck a pick for Gordon Hayward. And straight up, if you trade Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and Omer Yurtseven for Gordon Hayward, it actually allegedly makes the team worse offensively, but defensively it makes the team better just a bit, but it makes them as a whole, according to Fanspo, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, down. But Gordon Hayward, what Gordon Hayward are you getting, okay? Because Gordon Hayward, I'm not saying he's a shell of himself. Yes, he shot 39% last year and was 41. He had a great first year with the Hornets. His second year, but still, he's only played in 2 seasons, which he could have potentially played in 154 games. He's only played in about 93. So injuries are a problem. He's 6'7" with a 6'8" wingspan, so he's not a super long guy. Yes, he's tall, but not long. And he's a career 37% three-point shooter, so the three-point shooting is good. And his best rebounding year, which was in his last year with the Celtics, was almost 7 rebounds a night. So in theory, yes, that would be beautiful if Gordon Hayward could come in and play like he did for the Celtics. But again, injuries are a big concern. And a concern that I think is, if anything, reasonable as all hell to have. Because what is... it's just interesting to see what is Gordon Hayward's value. I'm not giving up a pick for shit for Gordon Hayward, if I have to be honest. Because, look, I think Hayward's a good player. But, look, I think when... I remember a few months ago we were suggesting that, Gordon Hayward could be traded for Russell Westbrook. But I don't know, man. I just think it's just a weird situation because for me, I've always liked Gordon Hayward in a way that I thought he was a fun player to watch, but I don't know what to expect anymore or what to look at because he's a guy that he isn't the same player that he used to be, obviously. And he's fun. Okay. But again, he's also not the guy that he used to be. So it does make it hard to kind of pinpoint what you're going to get from him. Because if you get... Again, it's also you're getting him only for 40 to 50 games. He hasn't played over 60 games basically since he broke that ankle. So he kind of fucks you right there. would I trade for him? I don't know. I think it's a weird situation, definitely. But the Miami Heat are interested in trading for Gordon Hayward. I don't know. Could be something, but I think it's funny.